And
think we're live.
we are live. Evening, one and all, ladies,
Good
gents. From myself and Oz, who's on the opposite side tonight. This is a bit
Yeah,
strange.
we kind of switched. I think that's because I entered the studio. No, I entered second again. I have no idea how that's happened. I literally have no idea.
It's a weird one. So yeah, we're just going to confuse you all tonight by being on the opposite sides to what we normally are. But evening, morning, afternoon, whichever time of day that
whatever time you're watching. Yep,
you're watching, and from wherever you're watching as well, because obviously I know we've got a lot of people over in the Far East that have been joining up recently. Obviously got UK residency, but using VPNs and everything over there. So no idea what time of day it is over there, but welcome to all you guys. This evening's one, Low Risk Casino. Something me and Oz have been doing for a long time. Oz is just pinning everything to the Facebook groups and to YouTube as well. So he'll be with us in a minute. But yeah, Low Risk Casino, something myself and Oz have been doing for, I say, a long time. And it's an area that really does get missed off, is the casino side of things. Yes, there is a little element of risk in there, but over a long period of time, you will make profit from casino because of the way that the edge has been flipped back over to our side compared to the casino side of things.
We're literally becoming a casino owner, aren't we, when taking these offers up? Like that, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, that 5% edge that the casino always has becomes our 5% edge. Just from a simple mathematical flip, following the guides to the letter that we put up all the time, and just following those instructions, you will make a profit with regards to this side of things. So we're going to start off going through sort of relevant bankrolls that you need, what we mean by sort of variants, have a look at some of the offers. There's an offer that I'm going to cover tonight that we haven't covered previously, but it is one of my favourites that I do on a very regular basis. And a few members have sort of re-highlighted it to me on customer service over the past couple of weeks, and that's the virtual betting offers that are available. Coral, Sky, Betway, to name a few, have a couple of great offers that they do 2, 3, 4 times a week from that side of things.
Pools as well have quite a good one with a decent EV.
Yep.
In the list at the moment.
There's a few of them around, but as always, guys, you probably get bored of me saying this, but please do fire your questions into us. Yes, me and us can waffle on for an hour, no problem whatsoever. But at the end of the day, this is a show that's for you guys to learn about casino. Ask us what needs to be asked.
Don't be shy to pop any questions in, really.
Yeah. And the old saying that I always use is that it's always easier to clarify something from a question than it is to rectify a mistake once it's been done. You know, I'd rather have that clarity put over to somebody from that side of things. So first part that we've got in there is that I still really struggle wanting to do this. I feel I need more of a balance built up even to deal with the low risk. It's the prime one that we get is what bankroll do I need to start with? What do I need to be looking at from it?
What do you tend to suggest, Chris? I used to say around 300, but I think 200, 250 for low risk is absolutely fine.
Yeah. I am still on the old school of between 250 to 300 for it. But if I was to look into it in a lot more detail now, I probably would say you'd get away with 200 to 250 to start the low risk stuff, especially with more offers now being able to use blackjack and roulette than what you used to be able to many moons ago. They seem to sort of opened up the corridors a little bit with being able to use that, and with roulette being sort of a 97, 98 about 98.5 sort of RTP on there, and blackjack, as we know, being anything from 98 to 99.5% RTP.
For any new members, the RTP is the return to player. So after playing a particular game, whether it be a slot, whether it be a table game such as blackjack or roulette, if you to play that multiple times, that is the edge. So if it was 98.5% or whatever it is, that means that the casino has a 1.5% edge. Yes, that's a 1.5% edge, isn't it? Yeah. So in the long term, they're going to take 1.5% of what you're actually playing at that particular game. But obviously, we only look at offers that have a positive expected value due to the unlocking of free spins, a bonus, or cashback, or whatever it is. So after completing the wagering, as we're going to get onto a little bit later in more detail, the value comes from actually taking up the free spins, the cashback, or the actual bonus, which is why long term, as we said earlier, we only profit going forward the more offers that we take up.
Yeah. In simple terms for estimated value, if you were doing a slot, for example, that had a 95% RTP on it, and you did £10 on there, you'd expect to get £9.50 back from that £10 that you've initially wagered. You then have
sometimes you might make a bit more than that. Sometimes you might be slightly down, but in the long run, if you're playing it thousands of times, you're expected to lose 50p from that £10 and 95% RTP due to that 5% edge that the casino has with that particular slot, as an example.
Yeah. And then we make our profit back from the 10p spins that we've got that are worth £1. So again, we'd be looking at a 95% RTP. So we'd expect to make 95p back from those free spins that we've got. So the 50p that we've lost, the 95p that we've made back gives an EV of 45p for that offer, to put it in the very, very, very simplest terms for it. Obviously, like we say, that's not going to be just on one offer. That's going to be over thousands and thousands and thousands of offers that's going to come from. So you're building your EV up over that period of time. So you might find on offer 1, you lose 10p. Offer 2, you win 20p. Offer 4, and so on and so forth, losing, winning, losing, winning. Over those thousands of offers that you've done, that estimated value that's on each offer will be added up, and that's where your profits will be from that side of things, which is what all our graphs show over the period of time. So, you might we get it all the time on CSs. I've done this offer and I've lost £8 on it, for example. Yep, okay, that's one offer. I don't think casinos for me. Well, how many offers have you done? I've done 4, 5, 6.
It's such a small sample to go on. It's a ridiculously small sample to go on. You've got to complete at least 80, 90, 100 offers to see the shape of the graph go up. When I say the shape of the graph go up, is to see that upwards trend. You'll see the upwards trend sooner, but just to see it align more with the EV. So every single, as you said, Chris, every single offer that you take up with EV, as long as you follow our instructions to the T and you have the recommended bankroll, you are expected to align with that cumulative plus EV amount stated for each offer. But again, completed 2 or 3 offers and letting it, don't let it get to you. I think I probably do say this in every single live, and I probably mention it in the group lots and lots of times. But how can I? I've got my train of thought now. Basically, don't let a downswing get to you. As long that's what I was going. If you mentally separate your sports float from your casino float, I found personally that it really helps you to deal with any potential downswings. It helped me because I had a bit of I think I mentioned before, I had a tricky patch of variance when I initially started the casino offers. It's a bit like, okay, I'm used to making all these guaranteed profits with the sports. This isn't what I'm used to, but I think I put £300 aside for the casino, £700 to continue with my sports offers. And then if I did have that tricky patch of variance, I'm like, do you know what? I mentally set it aside now, continue getting through those offers, keep taking up as much EV as possible, and bang, it was all plain sailing. It was absolutely fine. But don't get disheartened is what I'm trying to say if you do have that rough patch of variance within your first few offers, because You know, it's a numbers game. Just keep taking up that EV. Keep completing those offers, following everything correctly, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it. Casino is literally a volume game. That's all it's down to. The more offers you complete, the more in line with the EV you will get over
that is exactly
X
it.
amount period of time. So if you do one offer and you win 500, you make a £500 profit from it. Take the Coral one, for example. Nice, easy, low risk offer to start off with, of bet £10 with a £30 bonus that's on there. Yet we've had people literally win a couple of £1,000 on that offer, but then they've won nothing. They've then had negative figures on offers after that. So it's brought them in line that way. The flip side of it, and where most people are, is the first 10, 11, 12 offers they've done is that they are in a negative point from where they started, and they think that's it, it's game over. Oh damn, I've done these dozen offers and I've not made a profit from it. How's this going to work? Because you've only done it. Because you've only done a dozen offers. It's that simple. You need to be doing that volume. Bit of a question here. How many low risk offers are truly low risk? Quick answer is all of them. We wouldn't put on our site if it wasn't a low risk offer. And what we mean by low risk is either the amount that initially needs to be wagered isn't very high. So it might just be a £10 wager that you've got to do to unlock the bonus from it. Or it might be a case of that it's a really, really good offer of, I don't know, deposit £50 and we'll match that as cash back, and you have to just wager it twice. Not many of those offers about, but that's just an example. So where we say it's a low risk offer, it's because the risk of losing over time is low risk, if any risk at all, really. It's just the initial part and having the volume that makes it a risk factor. If you follow all of our guides and you look at only positive EVs, you don't overspin at all. You do.
That's a really important point. Yeah.
You complete the offer in its entirety as well. Over time, you will be in profit, so it isn't a risk. So it's when we say low risk, it's the initial part that's the low risk. It's that one particular offer that's a low risk initially, but our casino's offers, if followed, aren't a risk, which sounds a little bit contradictory to it being a low risk. So it's a bit of a strange. It's like the high risk offers that we put out. They're high risk because the amount that needs to be wagered, and you need a very, 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 very
large
high
bankroll, and they come with much higher bus rates as well. The EV tends to be very lovely, but as you say, they do require a different kind of mindset in comparison to the low risk offers.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine, Ryan, who's actually a teacher over in Thailand. That's all he ever did was high risk casino offers, and he made an absolute fortune from them. But he had a really, really high bankroll to be able to do it. But that's all he did, and made a great profit from them over time. But there were months he would literally say, "Oh, I'm X amount of £1,000 down this month," but he had the bankroll to sustain it. Because then 2 months later, he'd be back saying, "Oh, I'm now thousands of pounds up this month," and it's counteracted those downswing from 2 months ago. So,
with regards to the edge, I mean, for anyone that maybe sat on the fence and possibly think, "Oh, this may not be," what I tend to say to a lot of members is, right, when a typical mug punter walks into a bookie or goes into a casino, just willy-nilly, he's just playing on any standard odds, not attached to a profitable offer that we've got on the site. not attached to a profitable bonus with a casino offer. Where they're just playing random roulette or they're just playing random slots, right? In the long run, right? They may win a few times. Don't get me wrong, but in the long run, you know, as all gamblers know, that they are going to lose, right? That's a given fact. Yeah. Again, I really want to hammer this point home because it's really, really important. As long as you follow our guys to a T, everything's followed correctly. You have the bankroll, right? Because that edge is now with us. We're becoming that casino owner. Again, we may not, you know, be up in those first few offers, but the more you do, the more you're going to make long term. So I really, really, really want to hammer it. If you trust the fact that a standard mug punter, is going to get taken to the cleaners on standard games or bookie odds that aren't attached to profitable offers and bonuses, then the mathematics with the offers we provide swing it in our favor, so that we profit long term. So yeah, they really are such a fantastic way to add to your monthly totals. And I'm actually going to get into a bit more detail of what we posted recently, but I'll get into that a little bit later with regards to the actual the expected value that we posted. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, there's been some really, really nice value over the past, well, month upon month, to be fair, for casino. And again, as we always say, we're not going to post these offers if they're not profitable.
Exactly.
And I certainly wouldn't be advocating them and doing them myself if they weren't profitable.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and made X amount of profit from my match betting to then go blow it on a casino offer that has a detrimental effect on what I've made over that period of time. I've added casino to my daily routine, to what I do in my match betting life, to increase my profits, not to take those profits away at all. If I was doing that, I might as well go put £100 on a tenfold ACCA down at the local bookies every single week, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, you know, it is profit from that side of things. Good question. Did my first offer with Virgin Games where you can do the qualifying bet with blackjack? Are there many like this? Yep, there's a load that you can actually use blackjack for your initial wagering. All the offers, as always, are on the site for that, and it tells you which sites blackjack is eligible for the offer. There's a lot that aren't, admittedly, and using the blackjack strategy calculator that we've got as one of your casino tools, just following that gives you the best way of playing blackjack online, gives you the best outcomes from it.
Just to clarify with that, even though you're playing the perfect strategy of blackjack, it doesn't mean that you make money by just playing standard blackjack. It means that you're minimizing the actual loss from playing it. Again, the profit comes from the credited free spins or the bonus. But I have had a few members saying, "Oh, well, if I use the blackjack calculator to randomly play blackjack, can I make?" But no, it doesn't work like that. You're minimizing the loss from playing it perfectly. Again, the profit comes from the credited free spins, bonus, or cashback, or whatever it is that you're qualifying for.
Because they've still got that 1.5% edge.
That's exactly it. Exactly.
So yeah, you might have a good couple of weeks doing the perfect game and using the calculator, hit everything that comes along, but then you can have weeks upon weeks upon weeks where you're just gambling. That's all you're doing, and that's not what we're about with that side of things. So yeah, blackjack's a great way of doing initial wagering. If you can use blackjack on any initial wagering offer, use blackjack every single time because it is the highest RTP, return to player, as we mentioned earlier on, out there. So that puts the edge even more to your side than it does using a 95%, 97.5% slot that's out there. So yeah, if it says you can use blackjack, then use blackjack all day long with regard to that.
Definitely.
Yes, we do have a separate profit tracker for casino. It's within the forum. There's a EV calculator that Simon, I believe, created initially, that's available for that side of things. So yeah, it's just in the forum for it, which will add a post for that side of things. So it covers those. This is one of the questions, and I'll let Oz answer this one because Oz loves this question. That we get
you know, that's what I was actually going to mention that a little bit earlier. So I'm glad someone's brought it up. Yeah, if you, I haven't actually read it all, but I know where it's going. But I'm going to read it out loud. If you're in before completing an offer and are well above the expected EV, should you still complete the offer? I can understand why members ask it. Don't get me wrong. However, and it's a very, very, very big however. So, for example, you wager in £10 to unlock your free spins or whatever it is, and the offer has an expected value of, I don't know, £3, and you hit a £25 win, so you're way above EV. Should I stop? No, you shouldn't stop. If you stop, you're basically a gambler. Again, it's really important to understand, again, that the value of an offer really does come from the credited free spins, the bonuses, or the cashback. If you stop, if you're, way above EV, there's no point because you're not taking the actual value from the offer by unlocking what you were supposed to unlock because you wouldn't have unlocked it. So no, never stop early. Always complete an offer correctly and to unlock what you need to unlock. So yeah, I understand the question. I understand why we get it a lot, but yeah, you're just gambling if you stop early. So don't do it.
Bit of an interesting question. What's the biggest wagering requirements on these offers? If you hit 0 during wagering, does that mean you stop there and accept it as a loss? It goes back to the same question that we've just had. That you will get losses during the initial wagering. That's what the RTP's worked out as. And your profit is coming from those free spins, from the cashback that you're getting from the casino. So the biggest wagering requirements on these offers, I think £50 is the top end of cash value that we do on low risk from memory. So, but that would be having the possibility of using blackjack on there and would have a really good free spins offer attached to it. So you might be doing a £50 initial wager, but then you'd be getting possibly 20p spins back from it. So you're getting £10 worth of free spins to use, which is where you'd make your profit from. So from what I can remember and what I've seen on offers recently, the maximum is normally about £50 for the initial wagering, but doing a £50 wagering, you will have a more substantial offer attached to it. So that's where it becomes the low risk. But most of them are £10, £20 for the low risk initial wagering part of it.
Right.
So yeah, but hitting a 0 during the wagering, no, you don't stop from there and accept it as a loss. You use your free spins from there, and whatever you've made from your free spins, you may end up in the negative for that one offer. But as we've said, one offer,
small sample, far too small. 1, 2, 3, 4 offers. You need to be completing far more to see that trend.
Yeah. What's next? If you start doing a £10 off with 10 free 10p spins halfway through with 3 or 4 put, you just stop and take your profit. No, basically just covered that from the EV side of things. Now you just keep going to the end of it, and that's where your EV comes from that side of things. So another one. If I started tomorrow doing low risk, how many offers would you recommend doing per day? How long's a piece of string? Sort of answer to that one is as many as you can possibly do, because it is literally volume. That's all it's down to. The more that you can do in a day, the more
The more
EV
EV you take up, the more money you're going to make long term. You've got to get that EV in your bag. Like every single offer said, it has an expected value of how much that offer's worth if it was completed using our instructions to a T, completed thousands of times. That's how much an offer worth. That's how much an offer's worth long term, right? As you say, Chris, just every single one that you see, do it. Market is complete. Get on to the next one. If you make a loss, you make a loss. You know, when you make a profit, fantastic. But just keep taking up that EV because that's what you're going to make long term. So yeah, as many as you can do, as many as you've got time for, is what I'm trying to say.
That's it. There's some days that I'll get on 4 or 5 offers because time constraints doesn't allow. But today was my day off from work, and I was able to get on about 15, 20 offers because I've had the time to do so. So yeah, it's just whatever time you've got during the day. But that's the other beauty of casino that I always say as well, is that you can do it any time of the day. You can do it while you're having your morning coffee. You can do it on a lunch break. Front of the TV on evening. You haven't got time constraints apart from the offer expiring within a certain period. But it's not like you've got to be on the 2:30 at Kempton. You need to be doing that at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to make the most value from it. You can do your casino offers through the day.
And so many of them just literally take a couple of minutes to complete. I mean, a wager £10 to get 10 or 20 free spins or whatever it is. I'm not exaggerating when I say that's like 2 minutes worth of work, 3 minutes maybe, you know, depending on the spin size that you're using. But it's just, you know, spin, £10 worth. Obviously, making sure that you don't go over that £10 and never, ever, ever be tempted to go above that amount. You know, if you get a big win, do not be tempted to gamble that ever. That would be a straight lane to losses. And if you're down, don't be tempted to gamble to get it back. Just follow those instructions. If you have to wager £10 to get 10 free spins, wager the £10. It'll take a few minutes. Make sure you're following it, either by writing it down. Ollie's got a fantastic auto clicker that he created. It's in the forum to track your wagering. And then, play through your free spins. And, bing, bang, bosh, you're sorted.
I said this morning, while coffee was brewing away, I got my Betfred daily offer done while the coffee was brewing and toast was in the toaster. So, well, bread was in the toaster because toast doesn't go in a toaster. That's another. But yeah, I did that offer while that was doing.
Which offer was that one, please?
The Betfred daily offer. Yeah.
The daily £10 to get the mystery spins. Yeah, fantastic offer. Yeah.
Did that. So while coffee was brewing this morning, went and did supermarket shop. Portal shopped in the back of the car, sat in the car, and did one of my other offers from there just while I was getting my head together before driving back home again. So there's so many periods during the day that it doesn't matter when you do them, and you've got 5 minutes to do so. I've got to pick the wife up this evening from work. She'll get home and she'll probably want to catch up with a bit of cruddy TV that she hasn't watched over the past couple of days. So I'll just sit and do a bit of casino. I did some last night while I was watching the mighty Blackburn against Newcastle, which again we should have won. I can't believe how poor Newcastle were, but I did some casino offers while I was watching that last night. So there's so many opportunities to do casino offers, and because I've been doing it for so long, I know the offers off the top of my head anyway. As I'm doing them, I haven't got to follow the forum or the guides because it becomes second nature. Like match betting's become second nature to a lot of people. It's a lot of similar stuff repeated on different sites. So real easy to do and doesn't take any real time to do so.
Yeah.
So do you include bingo offers in the low risk casino? Yes, there are bingo offers in there, but they're few and far between. Bingo offers, they've dried up.
They've got value. Yeah.
They've got.
Otherwise, they're going to be there.
But they've dried up, and they're not as lucrative as what they used to be many moons ago. When I first started 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago on casino, bingo offers were absolutely brilliant. You could literally just set everything up, leave it running, come back and find that you got an extra 30 quid in your account as profit. They were brilliant. They've got a bit tighter with them, but yes, they are still profitable, and they are on there from that side of things. So yeah, bingo offers are still there. We're getting some really good questions in tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank
really,
you.
really appreciated.
Time set between casino and sports offers.
There
Again, it's about doing. It's about doing as many as you can with the time that you've got. You know, if you see a plus EV offer, go for it. You know, if you see a sport offer that you want to do, go for it. But time split, I find questions like that really tricky to answer because it will vary from member to member, won't it? Depend on the types of offers that they do, the bankroll that they've got. So it's tricky to give an exact split or an exact figure.
Yeah. What I would say for that side of things, I wouldn't necessarily look at the time factor for them. What I would look more at is the profitability side of them.
Yeah.
With sports, yes, we can guarantee our profit there and then on that day for them. So, you know, if you're somebody that sets yourself a daily target or a monthly target, something like that, that you adhere to every single day, week, and month, obviously do your sportsbook offers first because you can guarantee that profit in for that day. Because casino is a long-term profitability factor that's put in there, you may have days where you have a slight loss, you have days where you'll have a great profit that's above everything. So it's down to the individual side of that. But yeah, time percentage is really, really hard to give anything to. But I would be looking at probably making, I don't know, £40-50 on a sports book, on my sports book for a day, and then doing 4 or 5 EV offers of £2.50, £3 for the casino from that side of things.
I think it'd be best to focus on the top casino offers of the day section, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, everything's listed in our main reload section. Every single sports offer we've got, every single casino offer that we've got. But the day's best offers are definitely listed there. Top casino offers of the day. I'm just looking at the moment, Chris. I can see as things stand, we've got £63.81 of expected value just for today's offers alone. So I mean, there's so much to it's crazy. Yeah, there's just so much to go on. And whilst I'm talking about values and figures, I don't actually have the total expected value from last month for the casino at hand, unfortunately.
For January, I will.
Yeah, I don't have it for January. I've got the sports, but I don't have the casino. But going back a few months, I mean, August 23, £2,054 of expected value. September, £1,786. October, £2,062.28 of expected value. November, £1,637. And December, £2,185.69 of expected value. I mean, you know, it's insane. Like that doesn't include the sports. Obviously, we're not discussing sports today, but you know,
I've got January's figure.
For the sports,
no, for casino.
Yeah, have you got it?
Yeah, £1,665.18.
You see what I mean? It's just crazy. And again, it doesn't include sports. I mean, it really is such. I mean, the diamond upgrade is a ridiculous way to add to your monthly totals. Like, it's just insane.
As I mentioned, I did 15-20 offers. Were you up or down? I was slightly up on my offers today that I've done, not massively. I was about £35 up, something like that, between £30 and £40 up on my offers that I did today. I still got a couple more to do, as I say, that I'll do later on this evening. But that's probably a normal sort of day for me doing 15 to 20 offers, is making £30-35 on that side of things, which some people are sitting there going, oh, that's not, you know, great for a day doing casino. You give me £30 a day every day of the month for
Yeah.
£1,000 a month for literally, as I said, 2 minutes work on each offer. If I spent more than 2 hours all up, everything totted in together on casino today, I'd be surprised. And I'm taking at least £35 from it, hopefully a little bit more. £17.50 an hour. You can't find a job. You can't find a job that pays
tax free, completely tax free.
So yeah, I always look for, on the days that I'm doing casino, like I say, I don't always get every day chance to do 15, 20 offers, work, life commitments, so on and so forth. But I normally get at least 10 or 11 done on each day because there's so many offers out there. And I aim for an EV of about £30 a day, do a quick top up of the offers that are there. And I know that there'll be days I won't hit that £30. There are days I'll hit nothing. It happens. There'll be days that I'll be down a bit from it. It happens. But I know over the 6-month period, 12-month period of doing that many offers, I'm going to be up in the long run. I might have a day tomorrow where I'm on a negative 50, 60, 70 pound. Fine, because I know that the day after, probably won't be the day after, but I know somewhere down the line, I'll have a day where I'm 70, 80 pound above the EV. I'll have a decent win somewhere along the line. The highest win I've ever had doing casino, and it was a low risk offer that I was doing, just short of £2,000 from it.
That's amazing. What was your spin size?
50p.
50p.
Yeah, because this is when I started off many moons ago doing casino. I was doing 50p spins. I now do £1 because of variance. I know how it rides out. So 50p spins, just short of £2,000 win. Absolutely,
that's really good.
Buzzing. Yeah, absolutely buzzing. 400 times stake size. Absolutely buzzing from it. But then I went through a period where I was down every single offer I was doing, not making anything, but I'd had that big win in there, so it wasn't affecting me on that side of things. And the next big win is just around the corner. I've had dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of £100 wins, £200 wins, £80 wins, £60 wins. The numbers just go on and on from that side of things. So over the 4.5 years, my EV is built up, and I'm actually well above the EV line. So I'm expecting a downswing to be happening anytime soon again. But in the long term, it works. Flip side of it, which I always mention when doing the casino live, is that we had a member that went 12 months of being well below the EV line, was just constantly losing on offer on offer on offer, couldn't see the way around from it, and got to near enough on the day of a year of doing Diamond, had a massive win, and just flew him straight over the EV line that was there. And he came back and said, I knew this worked. I just had to ride out the variance for it, which is what I was willing to do. He did it, and major profit. I think he had a win of something. It was a ridiculous win that he had. It was like a £5,000, £6,000 win that he had, and it just brought him well above
back on line with everything, or above the line even.
Just back above the line. So it is a case of just riding it all out. How often do people lose their whole £10, £20 qualifying bets?
Very rare. I mean, I guess it would depend on the variance of the particular. If it's a high variance slot, then it's going to be a lot more swingy. It's going to be much more swingy. But using a low variance slot, for example, it's very, very rare that the whole £10 or £20 would go. Very rare.
Brings us on to sort of the next one: spin stakes, 10p, 20p, or £1 for wagering spins with, say, a £20 offer.
I've just kind of got used to 50p spins. It just kind of works for me. I can't actually say why. For me personally, 10p spins are just too small. The offer takes a lot longer, and with £1 spins, just increase the variance. I do occasionally use £1 spins. I've got to be honest, but I think 50p is my go-to amount when wagering £10 or £20 to release a particular free spins or a bonus.
Yeah, I'm a bit more carefree, and I just do a pound spin on everything because it's just what I've got used to doing. Because I did some medium and high risk offers a while back where you're using £2, £3, £4 spin sizes. I just got into the habit of just doing £1 spin sizes for everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I will have more variance from my side of things, but I'll also then have
the bigger wins when they come,
the higher win values when they do come through. So it's just your mindset from it all. But yeah, if you're doing a £20 offer, personally, I'd be doing 50p spins if you're just starting out on casino just to get through it. 50p spins, that's 40 spins that you're doing. You should get a nice even back out from that side of things. So yeah, 50p's absolutely fine from that side of things. I'll let you do this one, Oz, because
sure. Can you explain wagering, please, in complete newbie language? Sorry, hope it's not too painful. Yes, I'm actually going to share my screen to go to. I always forget how to share the screen. Just bear with me for a second. Share screen. Got it there at the bottom. Entire screen here. Am I live? Yes, I am. It's going to just go through the Coral offer. You know, it's got a lovely expected value of £21.50, right? So it's wager £10 to get a £30 bonus, right? So all, you know, as we constantly say, follow our instructions to the team. Make sure that you're clicking those links to ensure that you're getting through to the correct offer every single time. Deposit your £10, can opt into Smart Rewards, etc. But yeah, about the wagering. So you have to wager the £10 to unlock the bonus, and the game that we suggest using is Premium European Roulette. Okay, using 50p spins, right? So you use either red or black. It's entirely up to you which one. I just, with an offer, I'd probably just choose red. Just for, I have no idea why, but we do have a guide explaining roulette in detail. But just so you know, that first 50p spin means you have wagered 50 pence, right? You've wagered 50p. So that first spin on, say it's on red, 50p on red, 50p is gone, right? Your second 50p spin on red means that you've now wagered £1. So we've got £9 to go, right? Your third 50p spin, you wager £1.50 and so on until you get to £10, right? After that, you should get a pop-up message to say that your bonus has been awarded. So what I tend to do, I will be mentally keeping track of my wagering inside whilst writing it down, but I'll be referring to my account section just to make sure that I'm on track. So I'll be referring to my account section increments to just make sure. So if I've got I've written down I've wagered £3, I'll just double check that. Or I've wagered £7 now, I'll double check that. Yeah, everything's fine. Bang, I'm at £10. The bonus has been awarded. Again, these are the games that we suggest using once the bonus is completed, right? So, you know, during that wagering of the £10, you know, you may be above £10, you may be below £10, but you know, you need to complete that £10 in order to unlock the bonus, right? Once the bonus has been released, it's a £30 bonus has been released. Now that then needs to be wagered £1,200 worth, okay, in order for your bonus funds to turn to withdrawable cash. Okay, that's really, really important. So you're playing with bonus funds now. Okay, your bonus is used before cash, so you're playing with the £30 bonus. So again, we suggest using £2 stakes on one of these slots. So you'll be able to find that in the search section, either Big Base Bonanza or Age of Gods, God of Storms, using £2 spins. So again, you've got the bonus now, right? So that first £2 spin, right, on that slot means you've completed £2 worth of wagering, right? The next £2 spin means you've completed £4 worth of wagering. The third £2 spin means you've completed £6 worth of wagering, and so on and so on and so on. Now, whilst you're completing this wagering, your bonus balance may go up, it may go down, right? But the aim is, of course, to complete the total wagering, mentioned here, in order for the bonus funds to turn to withdrawable cash, right? if you have a tricky patch of variance, which we spoke about before, it's going to happen. If you do have a tricky patch and you lose the bonus, stop spinning so you don't go into your own cash. Move on to the next offer. Just brush it off. Move on to the next offer. But in a nutshell, that's how wagering is. So yeah, just do your first spin, second spin. Just keep a mental note of what you're spinning. Write it down as well, but refer to your account section increments just to make sure that you're on track, because you don't want to spin too much. So you never want to do that, because that's gambling. You want to spin the exact amount that you're supposed to unlock an offer, and then wager the correct amount once it's been credited. But again, if you do lose the bonus, never go into your own cash. Move on to the next offer. Stop sharing. Hopefully, I should be back. Yes.
You're back with us. So.
Good stuff.
So yeah, wagering is just a real easy. It sounds more difficult than what it is. It's like when you started off with match betting. Some of the terms that were put in there, you'd have looked at and gone, "What's this mean? I just don't understand it." And that's what we're here for this evening, is to go through things like this. What have become second nature to us, and what we understand is being able to translate those over to you guys from that start of things. So, great question to be asking on that side of things.
I'm glad someone asked that,
actually. Do you get good with casino offer and reloads?
It can happen, but it's much rarer in comparison to the sports book, isn't it? Gobbling for the casino.
And that's what I love about the casino side of things, is that you can be gubbed on a sports book. Paddy,
you've still got access to casino offers, unless it's stated in the actual sportsbook gubbing email. I think from memory, from the gubbins that I've had, the only one that I've had a gubbin with the sportsbook and the casino was Sky Bet. Everyone else, it was just sports. So as long as the casino is not mentioned in the gubbin email, you are good to go with those offers. So yeah, another really good question.
Yeah. Touch wood. I don't think I've been gubbed by a single casino. I've been gubbed by Sky and Paddy, like everybody has been, but I've still got the casino offers coming through. So, and that's 4.5 years on. I do not recall having a single casino gubbing. So, yeah, the accounts last a lot longer, and it's a good way to use your gubbed accounts.
Exactly. Yeah.
But bookmakers almost sort of run their sportsbook and their casino as two separate entities. A lot of the time, so they'll have their sportsbook profits, they'll have their casino profits, and then it will come under one for them, so they can sort of separate them from there. And the casino is so lucrative for bookmakers, they'll let you almost get away with murder, because it's not loops that we're exploiting. That's the real wrong way of putting it. But the offers that we're being able to flip that edge back over to us, they know about, but there are so few people that know about them. It's only sort of real match bettors and any real hard, fast mathematician and casino buff that would know
Joe
about.
Mug punter down the pub. He's not going to have a clue, and that's the vast majority of the bookie database, and that's what feeds into their profit. So and obviously we're doing the complete opposite, because we're taking profit from them.
Exactly. So yeah, that's why you'll find that your casino will still be live, whereas you get good from a sportsbook side of things, because they want you to use that casino, because it's such a major money spinner for them on that side of things. So, and
off the top of my head, with a bookie such as Betfair, for example, I don't know about you, Chris, but they're so on and off with their promo eligibility for me. It's like last year with the exchange, for example, it's like, I click through from an offer. Oh, okay, I'm not eligible. And then the following week, I click through to, I'm eligible now, right? That happened for a couple of weeks. Then they got me again. Then I click through to another offer and it's back on. So you should always, click the links from our guide for offers such as that to see if you are eligible, because I've heard lots of stories where, okay, I wasn't eligible for this casino offer. Now I'm eligible for that casino offer, similar with the exchange. So, it's always, if you thought that, maybe I'm gubbed from Betfair, you know, as one example. Just click the link from the guide just to double check to see if you can opt in or not.
Yeah, exactly. So, sort of last question, if I could. I did all sign-ups, and currently I'm stressed. What next? It's exactly the same for casinos as it is for sportsbook. Is to move on to the reload section, which I'll share my screen if I get the right part. No, I don't want that one. It's that one. Share screen. And share that part. So where you've got your guides across the top here, you've got your sports signups, your casino signups, reload offers, top sports reloads, and your top casino reloads. So you just need to click onto the top casino reloads, and it'll bring up all of the offers that are available for today. As I said at the very start, I'll go through the virtual stuff in a moment because they are great offers that do get overlooked. And as you can see, expected value of £3.60, expected value of £2.87, expected value £2.30, £1.95. From those 4 virtual offers alone, 360, 560, 640, 670, 870, 9. It's £10-11 worth of EV just from 4
A couple
offers.
of minutes for each one. Again, it's just like say 5 minutes for each one. Like,
and that's it. That's if you watch the race or the event.
yeah,
To actually put it on is seconds.
yeah.
From that side of things. So yeah, they're dead easy to do. But then we have all the other reloads here as well. 888 wager £10, get a £2 free bet. Betfair wager £10, get 20 free spins on Slingo. It's one of the weird sort of games to play is Slingo. 97p, 29p. The number and all these, as I say here, are low risk or they're risk free. Free spins on BetVictor, but nothing will go above low risk that I believe on the top reload
The
offers.
more of these offers you get through, the more that you complete. Again, you are expected to align with those cumulative plus EV amounts, right? You know, offer after offer, you are just adding to your, adding to your bankroll long term. That is what you're going to do. That's the amounts that you are expected to make from each offer by completing them. Again, by following our guides correctly.
And I'm sure I was just mentioning
that's just the top sports reloads list, isn't it? There's more casino offers in our main reload section. I think you just went past the daily bonuses. That's worth £10 each day. I mean, some cracking stuff available.
Yeah, this is literally just the top casino reload offers of the day. And to see more, you just click on the see more here, click into reload offers that comes up. And you have to scroll down a bit for the casino ones, I must admit. But
you can filter them as well, I think, on the right-hand side.
Yes, you used to be able to.
Just there, I think it's under type. I think just
there it is. Yeah,
type. Under type. Yeah, good stuff.
Click off sport and just have the casino offers that are there, and is that done?
Estimated value. What's that? £282.60.
It's ridiculous.
It
really is. That's if you did every single one, and there's so many casinos out there that stand alone, not from the having the sports books around. There are just literally they are just casinos. Go is Virgin Games, the Vic, Lotto Land a bit on there. The list is just endless. It really is. The Foxy Games and Gala ones. I could just sit there and scroll for minutes on end, but it's just really going to do people's eyes in seeing that. So what I will do though is just quickly fly back up and go to the top casino reloads, which have now come, and the virtual sport ones that are available. That it's because I've taken that off. Let me just put that back on. Sorry, guys. There we go. So you've got the Coral, Betfred, Sky, and the pools are the 4 top virtual ones to do. Basic virtual is it's a computerized simulation of a horse race or a football match, darts game that doesn't take you hours to watch and to have to go through. A horse race is literally done within about 35 to seconds. Football match is done in about a minute and a half from that side of things. But you can't back and lay virtuals. You could possibly Dutch. Done was the old way of doing it. If you and your partner have got an account and your 18-year-old child has as well, you could Dutch a football match to make a guaranteed profit from it, but Dutching something completely different. But even just doing a simple back on a horse race, these have got an estimated value of £2.30. And with Sky, it's done 3 times a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, from 9:30 till 11:30. So it's a nice one to do in an evening, just you getting ready for bed or doing your pack up or letting the dog out for its last business that it needs to do for the night. And it literally takes you seconds. So obviously it's a bit too early to be jumping on there to do it, but just a case of going onto Sky's site, and they've got virtual horse racing that's there, and you just literally be picking literally any horse out from it. Obviously, the lower the odds, the more chance it has of winning a race. But in virtual racing terms, that's not really the case. In all honesty, they've literally just draw out a number and stick some odds against it. So, just literally pick anything, and you'd literally just pick, I don't know, number 7 there. You'd get your betting slip come up as you normally would. You'd put your £10 in for it, and obviously then place your bet. And then,
but you could use smaller stakes as well to reduce the variance.
Yep, you could.
Depending on your comfort level and how many casino offers you've done, basically, you could just place the £10 in one go or place it in smaller bets.
Yeah, you could do £10 £1 bets if you wanted to, or you could do 4 £2.50 bets, whichever way you wanted to do it. Yeah. Again, it's all down to time and everything else. I normally just do one race, just get it over and done with from that side of things. And then you'll get your free bet issued to you as soon as the race, in fact, as soon as the bet's been placed with Sky. And then you use that £5 free bet to bet on either the same race if you wanted to, or to base on the next race from it. You don't even have to sit and watch those races if you didn't want to. You can just literally place that bet and let it go. And so they're a great EV. £2.30 EV from the Sky one alone is great. 3 times a week, £6.90 knee, £7 worth of EV for literally seconds worth of work. That's all it's down to, is literally seconds to
crazy value.
Call up the site, put on a bet for £10 if you're just doing one, let the race run, and you're done. It is that simple and that quick from it. So virtuals really, 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 really overlooked offer that people do, because they see it as sports betting, but it's not. It's a casino offer. That's what it's down to. Because you're getting a £5 free bet. It's not a £5 free bet to use on sport. It's to use on virtual. So it's like having a £5 bonus given to you to use on a roulette table. Yes, the RTP is a little bit lower at 92.5% from that side of things, but it's still a positive RT return that we are getting in the long term for it. So definitely worth doing from that side of things. Quick calculation on that. a 92.5% RTP. For your £10, you're going to be losing 75p.
Yeah.
What are you getting? £9.20. Yeah, £9.25 that you're losing. So you're losing 75p, and then you're getting a £5 free bet to come back from that side of things, which we're making money back from on that side of things. Hence why your EV is a positive from it. So definitely worth doing those virtuals, guys.
Great.
Oz, if you want to take the last question.
Just going to go on that one. Yeah. So, but basically, when you deposit the £10 and the £30 bonus comes, you're playing with the actual bonus funds, right? So again, with that first £2 spin, right, using your bonus funds, let's say you get a big win, so your bonus balance goes up to I don't know, £100, for example, right? But you've still got to complete the wagering. So your next £2 spin is coming with the bonus funds. So the next £2 spin means you've wagered £4. Again, your balance may go up, it may go down, but you are using the bookies' bonus funds when wagering that £1,200. Again, if you lose the bonus, right, because you'll see it clearly noted. If you lose the bonus and you've only got your cash, unfortunately, you've busted out of the offer. No problem whatsoever. Brush it off, move on to the next one. The aim, though, is with those bonus funds, again, so your first £2 spin, you wagered £2. The second £2 spin, you wagered £4. On your third £2 spin, where you wager £6, you may have got a big win. Bang, your bonus balance goes up. But you have to continue wagering with those bonus funds that the bookies have given you to use. You'll see them clearly noted in your bonus balance in the casino. But you've obviously got to keep track of that wagering again with your bonus funds to complete that £1,200. Hopefully, once you complete the £1,200, you've got some kind of a profit, which will become withdrawable as soon as you place your final £2 spin for the total £1,200 worth of wagering. But again, if you bust out, so you have a dodgy patch of variance, and you lose the £30 bonus, you've only got cash left, dust it off, move on to the next offer. But yeah, you do not need £1,200 in your account. No, you're using those bonus funds.
And then we'll close. Can you do virtual every day of the week? Yep, every day that the offers are on. So with Sky, it's the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9:30 till 11:30 in the evening. But you can do it every day that the offers are on for them. It's same with any of the casino offers. Any day that the offer is on for, you can do the offer. It's that simple. So
if you mark them as complete in your reload section or your Top Sports reload section, when they next become available, they'll pop up again for you to do them again. So yeah, mark them as complete, and whenever another one comes available, that's there for you to do on that particular day.
That's it. So guys, absolutely awesome questions in tonight, and made our life really easy and flow through. So thank you from our side with regards to that. As always, if there's anything that sort of crops up when you're watching it, if it's on a recording or you go away and think, oh darn it, I wish I'd asked that question while I was on tonight, just drop a message into CS on email, or jump on our live chat, or drop a message into the Facebook groups from that side of things, and we'll happily answer those questions for you. But I've got nothing further to add to this evening apart from thanks ever so much for your time again tonight, one and all. Been a pleasure. I don't think we've got a live coming next week because Cheltenham is coming, which is going to be massive. It's
going to be off the charts. So we've got a lot of stuff planned for that week. A lot of stuff.
We are going to be doing a daily live for Cheltenham. So the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the Friday of the festival, which is the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th of March. We'll be doing a live at 11 o'clock in the morning on every day to do a very quick recap on the day before, and then go through what offers are available for each race through the bookies, having a look at some of the decent extra places that are available, looking at the pro side of things as well. So yeah, we haven't got a live scheduled in for next week. That may change, but there's a lot coming forward, guys. So keep an eye out for us. Be a pleasure, as always, spending an hour or so with you on an evening. So I'm going to hand over to Oz to close off. But good
Yeah.
night, guys. Thanks everything, and take care of yourselves.
Thanks very much again, guys. And yeah, I'm just about to find our our casino tracker, and I'm going to post that in the comment section of each of the threads in the group. So if you're looking for a way to track your casino profits and EV, definitely check out that tracker. Simon created it. It's fantastic stuff. Really, really easy to use, and it just makes everything so simple to see as well. So give me a few minutes, and I will post that in the newbie thread and the main thread for this particular live. So yeah, thanks once again for watching tonight. And if you need anything, as Chris said, feel free to get in touch at any time. I'd be happy to help.
Nice one. Take care, guys. All the
Have
best.
a good one.
And
Bye bye.
Bye now.
Good night.
Bye bye.